Have you ever left a first date traumatized? When I asked out the cute guy at my local coffee shop, I didn't expect to read a report about finding his DNA in minors. He gave me his phone number and we clicked immediately. A week later, he was asking me to hang out in his apartment. He was oddly insistent and promised he'd make something great. A small voice in my head told me not to go, but I ignored it. His house looked like a typical bachelor pad, except he had a creepy-looking crib in the corner of his kitchen. "What's that for?" I asked, and noticed him slightly freeze before answering, "Oh, it's just extra storage." But it was empty and bedded. He distracted me by asking what I wanted to eat, but then I sat on his dusty couch and the uneasy feeling kept coming back. So when he went to the bathroom, I started snooping around. I rummaged through drawers, looked under the couch, went through his cabinets, but it wasn't until I looked on top of the fridge that I saw a folder with big red letters that said confidential. I quickly flipped it open, and as soon as I did, I knew I fucked up big time. It was an entire court case against him that said DNA evidence was found linking him to many kids who reported violations. He was a risk to minors, he was on house arrest and had to wear an ankle monitor, he couldn't go near schools, and he was waiting for the final steps of his hearing. All I could look at was that creepy-looking crib, and I felt nauseous. I knew I had to get out of there, but with the way my hands were shaking and sweating, I knew I wouldn't be able to play this off. I realized he was taking a long time in the bathroom, probably looking at kids, so I put everything back and tiptoed toward the door, barely breathing, trying to escape as quietly as possible. But out of nowhere, the bathroom door opened, and he stared at me as I made my way to the front door. "What are you doing?" he said, his voice suddenly scary. He knew. It was obvious. I almost froze, but that crib made me make a run for it. I yanked it open and sprinted into the hallway. I could hear him chasing after me, and my heart leapt from my throat as I raced down the stairs. I didn't dare look back. When we were both out of the building, there was this loud beeping sound, and I realized he stopped chasing after me. I looked back, and he was messing with the ankle monitor. I took that opportunity to run home. To this day, I refuse to go to that coffee shop and refuse to walk the street of his apartment, scared he'd recognize me.